In this video, we're covering the hottest Web3 news that you missed, so let's go ahead and dive right in. First thing we gotta talk about what's going on in the market sentiment overall. So as you can see, right now we're kind of in that neutral territory where we did have a little dip, but however, things are kind of stable, right? So if you're looking over the past month, yeah, we did make that big drop from like a 2.7 ETH all the way down to like 2.3, right? So there is a drop, but you know, as long as it stays over 2K, that's all right. So what's the narrative right now? Well, most people, if you go on Twitter, are basically saying that you should have packed your bags before all this stuff, and we're basically just waiting for things to go up. Everyone's speculating that there is going to be a bull run. A lot of VCs, a lot of founders are expecting there to be a bull run in 2024, and we really have to see where the markets are in terms of US economy as well. But essentially, most people are kind of thinking of this time period as the last chance to pack your bags, meaning all you have to do is buy the things that you think will go up, wait a little bit, and sell it for a multiple for what you bought it for, right? So for a lot of you guys watching out there, you don't necessarily have to be the best trader. Sometimes you just got to buy the most basic things, whether it's like top 20 coin and just hold it and just sell it later. But if you want to trade, get into with the weeds and everything like that, that is also an option because there's always plays to be made. Now, first project we're going to be talking about is going to be PixelMon, more specifically the MON protocol, right? So this is going to be PixelMon's premier token that is used to power PixelMon and amongst other games that they plan to launch in the future. And I'm sure other people will want to also build on MON as a token as well. So recently they have been making waves in the NFT space by announcing who has invested in their strategic round, right? So we have Yatsu, Ray Chen, you know, Crunchyroll CEO, you know, you have all these big players. We have a lot of big companies like Animoca, Arc communities in there. Shout out to Arc, Spartan. So all these people, all these investors, also all the influencers too. We got Alex Becker, FaZe Banks, Grail, Dingalings, Spirit DAO's in here, Loopify, LEO Trades. It's like it's gonna cook, right? It doesn't mean the price is gonna explode or anything like that, but it just means that a lot of people have a vested interest in this going up. And just to be transparent, I do, you know, have purchased some PixelMon things as well. So even I'm on board in a sense. So this one seems like it may not be necessarily super big in the short term, but long term, I do believe in it. Now, it doesn't mean you should buy it, not financial advice. Now, speaking of tokens, let's go ahead and talk about what's going on with Magic Eden, right? So Magic Eden is basically doing this reward program where they are going to be giving people these diamond drops. Okay, so what exactly are these diamond drops? It's all speculation right now, but people are thinking that they're going to reward people who have used their platform, especially on Solana, some kind of token, right? So people think if you get the diamonds, you can convert them into tokens in the future, assuming they do tokens, right? Again, it's just a rumor. Nobody knows. People are buying diamonds on the secondary market, like on the black market right now, right? I've seen some screenshots of Discord conversations and things like that. Will there be value in diamonds? Probably. You can learn more about checking out Magic Eden and seeing what's these rewards all about, and also see how you can earn the rewards or to see if you are eligible for these rewards. Next project is going to be another anime project, which is going to be ON1, one of the OGs in the space. They are officially announcing that they're going to do a second collection on Bitcoin Ordinal. Basically, they're building IP. They want to make museum grade quality art. So I guess, you know, during the next bull run, this might be something that's hot, right? People might say like, oh, ON1 is OG, they're VC backed. They're going on Ordinals now. They got all these advisors coming in. So maybe this might be something. So if you want to check out ON1 and see what they're about, make sure to check out their upcoming mint. Since we're talking about anime NFTs, there's one that recently just launched called Nobody. They recently raised around 4 or 5 million in mint revenue sales. And the big push on this one is going to be that it's linked to Stephen Chow, who is going to be really big in the Asian Chinese kind of space. For this collection, I can see they used a lot of references from Kung Fu Hustle, you know, some of the movies that this particular celebrity has been part of. So, you know, if you're into that whole Asian anime NFT kind of space, especially ones that targeted specifically towards the Asian market, definitely check out Nobody. They're already on OpenSea, and the floor right now is going to be 0.94, so it's actually super high for an anime project. So definitely a lot of volume here, so definitely want to check it out. Speaking of like new projects, there's one that actually recently minted. It's been getting a lot of steam recently, and that's going to be ERCC World, Early Retired Cat Club. So essentially, it's a large Web2 brand. Well, the company behind it is basically one of the largest gaming companies in South Korea, actually. There's kind of this whole South Korean gaming kind of wave. So these guys are getting into the space. It's a free mint. I feel like they're just using this as an experimental launch pad to see how they can actually make their big company IntelliX, which is also a marketplace and launch pad, something big, right? That's essentially their play, using this as maybe their Bored Ape, right? Their flagship kind of product, kind of funneling people to their main website. There's not too much information about it quite yet, yet, but I'm sure they're gonna have a lot of games down the pipeline. As you can see on their website, they got like a lot of these kind of games going on. So one big push by one particular community member, Tubasa, shout out to Tubasa. He's kind of, you know, doing his research, and he has some cats, and he's been getting all his friends to get interested in it, writing threads, and it actually working, right? You know, he's actually, you know, proving a point where, you know, with the right marketing, with the right cuteness, with the right meme kind of culture, you can actually blow up a brand. So he's definitely pushing it forward, and the floor price has been increasing. Right now it's at a 0.6. Right now is now the time to buy. Who knows? What people speculate is that they're going to be some kind of token related to this project. So if you're interested in learning more about it, definitely check it out. Next piece of news that we have is going to be KPR. So they recently publicly or allow people to use their platform Ramen open to the public, so you don't have to have a KPR to access this. Essentially, you can continue as a guest. I went through this website and I played the games and stuff. The UI UX is actually really good. They do like storytelling and stuff really well. So very impressive actually from a Web3 perspective. Now, when it comes to the game itself, my comment on this is that it's all about what the reward is at the end. So for example, when we go on the KPR website, there's a how to play guide, right? And so they're going to explain how to play. The main thing people are going to be looking out for, what are the prizes? So they're going to be like food vouchers, coffee, posters, a cushion, cooking class with Chef Esther, which is, I guess, they're kind of like ambassador. Essentially, they're creating like a ramen line, KPR NFTs. So, you know, all these kind of things, right? So for me, you know, everything is cool. My feedback would be that in order to increase the value of an NFT, I think at the end of all these things, all these games, and the whole point is to have great rewards, right? But the thing is, you can't give away free money. So it's like you can only do like a dinner with Esther or a holiday in Korea, right? Which is all good stuff. But then again, like if you're giving away like $100,000, then, you know, probably the floor price would change because people are trying to make money, right? So it's an interesting balance of how do you create an experience that's really good, which KPR has done, but how do you incentivize people to actually play the game? And so that's, I think, a challenge not only does KPR have, but every project has that tries to do giveaways and free money and things like that. But yeah, I mean, it's a step in the right direction. They're definitely creating some kind of infrastructure that allows people to play games and collect different NFTs and stuff to win these prizes. But it's all about what the prizes are going to be, right? If you look at, let's say like Ether, for example, which has been doing its own thing, but it's a similar concept where people have to enter raids, and raids are basically a way to stake essentially. But the rewards at the end, once you stake and you have a chance to win, you're gonna have a custom bag, which they're gonna make basically one of these bags, and they're gonna paint on top. There's gonna be a custom rug. I'm not exactly sure who is making it, whether it's the Ether team or is it gonna be the community members, could be either. It's not clear what all the prizes are, but they're slowly drip announcing it, and it seems like it's gonna be product, right? So that's one way to give away free stuff, because if you control your costs and you know like how much it costs to make this bag, which is the bag and the artist's time, you can mark it up essentially and say like, hey, it's worth like, you know, $5,000, right? Definitely interesting for sure. Like, you know, what's the best way to reward holders and make it fun? At least it's doing something, right? There's other projects that don't do anything at all. So I can respect that. This is a challenge that every NFT project, especially in the IP scene, definitely runs into. So with that said, that's everything we got to cover for this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give it a like, subscribe, follow me at Patrick Ding on Twitter to see what I'm thinking, and I will see you in the next one.